Bougainvillea plant, agrowplants.org. This plant can grow as a shrub, tree, or climber, a kind of vine, and it's perennial evergreen or deciduous in a colder climate. Grow for the ornamental plant can use as a topiary edge plant and attract a lot of pollinators. Also possible to grow it as a bonsai. Can grow in variety of climate, but before don't forget to subscribe, and if you would like to grow this plant, possible of course to purchase it from this link, and if you purchase, this is donation for this channel. Also the subscribe, it's a great donation for me. It's make me and help me to create more and more videos. So can grow in variety of climate, Mediterranean, subtropical or tropical climate. Possible in the edge of the temperate, but not really. In hardiness on of 9 plus. The leaf color green, but some cultivars can be variegated with white edge, so can be nice. Shape of the leaves are oval. Be aware that this plant have thorns, are vicious. Some cultivars have no thorns, so this is nice, but the flowers are actually, the bracts are less nice. But you can see usually it's a bract. The flowers are small, white, yellowish, not very, very beautiful. The bracts, what you can see, can be white, purple, yellow, pink, orange, red, purplish, more than one color. There is a beautiful variety of purple and white, or just colorful variety. Before I will start, a lot of people see like a tree with a lot of colors. Be aware that this is two options. One it's Photoshop, the other one it's grafted. So you need, in order to have it, you need to have one base, and you just can graft a lot of colors. So this is something that you need to know. And if you see the blue cultivar, it's enhanced color in Photoshop usually, or other kind of program. It's totally fake. Don't trust it. Don't buy it. So after we go for this, I will explain how to grow it. So how to grow. Better frost-free area, but can survive some frost. Well-drained soil, it's important. Dry weather, it doesn't like the high humidity so much. It's not that it doesn't like, it grows very well in dry weather. Hotter climate, the plant will bloom and better longer. Care, it's usually to prune it at least once a year. It's better for the plant. Trellising, if it's for the climber cultivar. And when the plant is young, especially in a hardiness zone of 9 to 10A, cover it with a lot of mulch in the winter. Fertilizer, if you want it, if it's suffering, 2 to 4 times a year. This is theoretical. Usually once in few years will be enough for this plant, and if not, you need to check your soil, maybe to work on the soil and not just the fertilizer, just to make the soil more rich, because this plant grow with really no condition, it just grow. You can start to grow it by plant seedlings, or cutting. If you start by cutting, possible to do it by water. It's not very hard to switch every few days of water, better in the spring, but after the cold days of the spring, let's say 25-degree plus will be okay. In the summer it might be too much hot, but also possible in the summer. Also possible to do it with and it's need high humidity. Possible to do it by soil, use root growth hormone, possible also without, and high humidity and moist soil. Do it in half shade will be better. If you choose to graft it, better to graft it for the multicolors. It's very nice. There is this bonsai that you always see, but you need to take care all the time that one part of the plant won't control all the plants, and you will have just one color. Another option is just to use grafting for the variety of blue, purple and white together on the same bracts, and this is very lovely. Except this, be aware that this is a vicious grower, very aggressive. Doesn't like ponds. It's mean if you have like overwater in the area, better to grow it in raising bed. Planting season will be spring to summer in hardiness zone of 9, spring to summer also in hardiness zone of 10A, spring to autumn in hardiness zone of 10B, and all the year in hardiness zone of 11 plus. When you plant it, better to put some organic material, humus, dried leaves, just to make it a little bit light soil. And when you put it, make sure that this plant won't fall if it's too much big. Major pests are aphids, leaf miner, moss, and pruning season can be all the year, but better to do it in the end of the autumn, start of the winter, when there is less flowers or not at all if you are in colder area. Pruning, usually better to prune the inner parts. The inner parts are dying a lot of time. If you don't expose part to sun, it will just die over the time. Size of the plant, it depends the kind of plants, can be from 60 centimeters to 5 meter. So it means 2 to 15 feet. This is as a shrub, 3 to 9 meter, 10 to 30 feet. As a tree or a vine, can be designed as a dwarf or a bonsai. It's not very hard, just keep it and control it small. In the right condition will be fast growing plant that can grow very well in small amount of water, but better average amount of water. The plant doesn't like standing water, as I said before, it might kill the plant. So in the rainy season, if you have too much rains, what we don't have here, just use raising bed. Light condition, prefer full sun, but can grow in half shade. But if you want that it will bloom fully, full sun. If you choose to grow it in a container, be aware that this is not a problem. 10 liters, this is a minimum. 30 liters will be much better. Depends the cultivar. Some cultivars are smaller than the other. It's been 2.5 to 8 gallons. Of course, bigger you will have, bigger the plant will be. Except this, take care that the roots not fill all the plant, all the container. If it is, just cut part of the roots or switch to a bigger pot. And also cut part of prune the plant. Better to do it in the winter. This is the best season to switch the soil. Of course, don't forget every few years also to switch part of the soil to a new soil and more viable. And also when you grow in container, need to remember that better to use fertilizer. This is a moment that you need to use much more fertilizers than you would grow it in regular soil, unless it's a empty soil from ingredients, so this will be a problem. Blooming season, actually the bracketing season, it's also blooming, it's come together. In hardiness zone of 9 to 10A in the late spring to the midsummer, sometimes even in the late summer. Hardiness zone of 10B to 11A can be planted from the spring, can be bloom from the spring to the autumn, and hardiness zone of 11B can be all the year. Also in hardiness zone of 10B, sometimes it's also bloom in the winter, but depend. And if you don't put water, it won't bloom in the summer. Except this, if you choose to grow it by seeds, above 25 Celsius, better, will be the best. 77 Fahrenheit. And except this, spacing, it depends the cultivar. Better to start by to transplant from 2 on 2 centimeters, so it means 1 on 1 inch. But if you want for bigger cultivar directly, it's 50 on 80 centimeters, so it means 20 on 32 inches. Lightly moist soil with full sun is the condition for germination, and it's take between 3 to 12 weeks to germinate. Except this, you have a lot of cultivars and species, and when you grow it, I will just give some names for things that you should check. You have glabra, you have peruviana, you have the tree, that if you want to grow it as a tree, the multicolor, that it's actually you buy just grafted tree. Raspberry ice, this is a species, this is a spectibilis, but the variegata. It means green with white leaves. Template fire, this is a purple one. Royal purple, sundown orange. Template fire, this is pink purple. Also known as Ellen Johnson, and San Diego, it's a red one cultivars. and check more in the website. There is amazing cultivars that grow very well. One last thing, that this is a different kind of Bougainvillea. It's a Thailandic one, and this one it's actually a little bit different. I don't know if it's better or not better, but this one, check the other video. Better to check what this cultivar can offer you, and this is it's a different cultivars. And of course, just one last tip for you. If you want it, it will be a crazy colors, and you have a lot of place. You want it as, for example, as edge plant. Just plant one on each other. Don't feel sorry for them. They will grow, and they will just bloom one into each other, and you will have like a lot of plants that are growing. You don't need to graft. You don't need nothing. Just to plant different colors, and you will have some. That's all from growplants.org. Don't forget to subscribe, visit our website, and of course, if you have any question, just ask. You have here links about more videos, some lists, subscribe, and of course, purchase a plant, and this is donation for our channel. I hope you enjoy, and come visit us again.